Kasalukuyan pong nabibigay ng ulat ang Department of Foreign Affairs hinggil sa Algerian hostage crisis kung saan 4 na Pilipino ang nasawi. Magbibigay rin ng update ang ahensya hinggil sa sumadsad na barko ng Amerika sa Tuba Taharif. Panoorin po natin ito.
Before an arbitral tribunal under Article 287 and Annex 7 of the 1982 United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, in order to achieve a peaceful and durable solution to the dispute over the West Philippine Sea. At around 1 o'clock this afternoon, the Chinese ambassador to the Philippines, Her Excellency Ma Keqing, was summoned to the Department of Foreign Affairs and was handed a note verbal by Assistant Secretary Teresa Lazaro. The note verbal contains the notification and statement of claim that challenges before the arbitral tribunal the validity of China's 9-line claim to almost the entire South China Sea, including the WPS, and to desist from unlawful activities that violate the sovereign rights and jurisdiction of the Philippines under the 1982 UNCLOS. I furnish you with a copy of the note verbal with the notification and statement of claim, which you will receive after this statement. This notification initiates the arbitral proceedings under Article 287 and Annex 7 of UNCLOS. The initiation of arbitral proceedings against China on the 9-line is an operationalization of President Aquino's policy for a peaceful and rules-based resolution of disputes in the West Philippine Sea in accordance with international law, specifically UNCLOS. The Philippines has exhausted almost all political and diplomatic avenues for a peaceful negotiated settlement of its maritime dispute with China. On numerous occasions dating back to 1995, the Philippines has been exchanging views with China to peacefully settle these disputes. To this day, a solution is still elusive. We hope that the arbitral proceedings shall bring the dispute to a durable solution. Our legal position before this UNCLOS arbitral tribunal is explained in this carefully crafted notification and statement of claim. I invite the media to study closely the legal document we have given you so as to accurately report on the Philippine legal position. Allow me, however, to highlight some salient points in the notification and statement of claim. Number 1, the Philippines asserts that China's so-called 9-line claim that encompasses virtually the entire South China Sea, West Philippine Sea, is contrary to UNCLOS and thus unlawful. 2, within the maritime area encompassed by the 9-line, China has also laid claim to occupied and built structures on certain submerged banks, reefs, and the low tide elevations that do not qualify as islands under UNCLOS, but are parts of the Philippine continental shelf or the international seabed. In addition, China has occupied certain small, uninhabitable coral projections that are barely above water at high tide and which are rocks under Article 121, 3 of UNCLOS. Number 3, China has interfered with the lawful exercise by the Philippines of its rights within its legitimate maritime zones, as well as to the aforementioned features and their surrounding waters. 4, the Philippines is conscious of China's declaration of August 25, 2008, under Article 298 of UNCLOS, regarding optional exceptions to the compulsory proceedings, and has avoided raising subjects or making claims that China has, by virtue of that declaration, excluded from arbitral jurisdiction. In this context, the Philippines is requesting the arbitral tribunal to issue an award that, among others, declares that China's rights in regard to maritime areas in the South China Sea, like the rights of the Philippines, are those that are established by UNCLOS and consist of its rights to a territorial sea and contiguous zone under Part 2 of UNCLOS, to an EEZ under Part 5, and to a continental shelf under Part 6. Declares that China's maritime claims in the South China Sea based on its so-called 9-dash line are contrary to UNCLOS and invalid. Requires China to bring its domestic legislation into conformity with its obligations under UNCLOS, and requires that China desist from activities that violate the rights of the Philippines in its maritime domain in the West Philippine Sea. The Philippines asserts that the arbitral tribunal has jurisdiction to hear and make an award based on its notification and statement of claim because the dispute is about the interpretation and application by state parties of their obligations under UNCLOS. Article 287(1) of UNCLOS provides that settlement of disputes concerning the interpretation and application of this convention may be referred by the parties for resolution under Part 15 of UNCLOS. The Philippines further asserts that the claim is well-founded in fact and law based on the notification and statement of claims and supplementary documents that will be submitted in the course of the arbitral proceedings. Solicitor General Francis Hardalesa is the agent or legal representative of the Philippines in these arbitral proceedings. The lead counsel of the Philippines is Mr. Paul Reichler of Foley and Hogue. The Philippines has always asserted that international law, including UNCLOS, will be the great equalizer in resolving this dispute over the West Philippine Sea. While we proceed with the legal track, the Philippines continues to exert all efforts to move forward and enhance its relations with China on the basis of mutual respect. We strongly believe that this action is the appropriate response to put our diplomatic relations in its proper context. We hope that China would join us in this aspiration. This ends our press briefing, ladies and gentlemen. We will give you a set of questions with corresponding responses to complete your information. We thank you, as we understand you have a deadline to meet.
Thank you very much. We'll distribute the set of questions. Please approach Daryl and Alvin and our PSU members. We will also upload the set of documents on the DFA.
At yan po ang natunghayan ninyong ulat ng Department of Foreign Affairs tungkol sa estado sa pagitan ng China at Pilipinas hinggil sa teritoryo ng West Philippine Sea. Ayon kay Secretary Albert Del Rosario ng DFA, isang verbal na may notification ang natanggap ng ahensya mula kay Chinese Ambassador Ma Keqing ngayong araw kung saan nakasaad ang 9-dash map ng China. Ayon kay Secretary Del Rosario, hindi raw kikilalanin ng Pilipinas ang naturang mapa. Sinasalungat daw nito nakasaad daw sa mapa ng 9-dash ang ilang teritoryo ng Pilipinas sa West Philippine Sea at hindi raw ito papayagan ng ahensya. Formal daw na ihilingi ng DFA sa Arbitral Tribunal na ideklarang contrary at invalid ang naturang 9-dash map. Sa huli, sinabi pa rin ni Secretary Del Rosario na sana raw ay makapagtulungan pa rin ng China sa Pilipinas para maresolba ng mapayapa ang isyung ito.